Good afternoon, everyone. It's time for a midweek pause. So we begin by stopping. Just allow yourself to sit in your chair and look away from the screen. We're going to begin by letting the information come to your eyes and releasing the eye muscles and move into a little bit of a cool exhale. So let the air out and then let it return on its own. Release it first and then let it return. We'll do this a few more times. And I want to point out that the reason we exhale first is to get rid of all the stale air, to allow fresh air to fill the space. But almost more important than that, when you release the air first, you set up ease in the muscles because the air can come in to the lungs without pulling it in. When you pull air into the lungs, it sets up all sorts of tension in the torso, in the lungs, in the muscles of the ribs, and that torso tension is not necessary. It's something we'd like to get rid of in our day, to have a little more ease. So we'll finish in your own time with your last exhale, and then allow the air to return. So I would like to do a lazy figure 8 to allow the head to balance. And this is a nice way. You don't have to spend a lot of time with it. I like to start with the thumb just because getting the pattern is a little bit tricky for some people. And once you have the pattern, then just put your thumb right on the nose and let the thumb lead the nose around. But when your head has the pattern, get rid of the thumb. And eventually you're going to make that pattern smaller and smaller, moving only from the top vertebrae. So your neck doesn't have to be involved at all. And the rest of your body is just there. And make the movement so small that eventually it's just the potential for movement. It doesn't actually move at all, but it could. And from there today, we're just going to think about the rib cage and the idea of coming up. So I want you to find the bottom of the rib cage and just put a hand in front. And I put a hand in back. The back of the rib cage is a little lower. And when I do that, I use the back of my hand because otherwise it pulls my shoulder around. And I'm just going to think about sending that up, not pulling it up, not pushing it up, just sending it up. And if you doubt that you're going up, let yourself collapse and then bring yourself into that up again. Think about the sit bones. And I'm going to put my screen down just a little bit for this last bit. I want you to think now that your head is balanced and your breath is free and your torso is leading you up, to think about your legs coming away. So from right here on the leg, just think about sitting on the sit bones and letting that leg lead away. The sit bones are part of the pelvis, which is part of the torso, and your legs are separate. So if you can think about sitting with your head balanced and free breathing, allowing the torso to be up with the legs away, you will have a little more ease for your day.